Alright, I'm starting a new project here on the farm. Let's turn my fence off here. I'd love to take my fence down during this time of the year, but I got farm cats rather everywhere, and they would use this as another litter box. And I can't have all that. What I'm doing, I've got to get some more straw bales, of course. But I'm taking straw bales, and I've done and tilled up the row all the way from here all the way down yonder. One long row, because I need to get my lettuces and broccolis, cauliflowers, stuff like that planted. Plus I want to plant some more carrots and maybe something else. Fall crops. But what I got going on here is just I've been gathering up straw bales. I need to get some more. And then I've got some old winders that I've had for a while. And then my darling, he's going to get some old winders out of the old farmhouse that's here on the farm. It ain't livable, but it's been used for storage most of the time. And in the room upstairs, there's some old winders. And in case any of y'all ain't familiar with this, it's basically setting up like, kind of like a greenhouse effect, You got your bales of straw, that forms a barrier. Nothing can get in, and I have a problem with rabbits around here. I don't have problems with them. They don't really mess up nothing, but they do get through my fence. But they've never really messed with nothing, but this is the kind of stuff they would like to mess with. But the winders, the glass right here, right there is whenever it rises in the morning, that big old fireball in the sky. It rises, that's the east right over yonder. Okay? Then it goes this direction, over. And you can see it going down right there. Coming back over this direction. It will rise in the east right yonder. And this will get plenty of light and heat. Even though it's the fall, we're going to be, well, they tell us we're going to be, in the 50s for a right smart bit, a couple of weeks. They tell us that, but y'all, you can't trust weather people no more than a day or two out. You just have to walk outside and see what it's doing. Regardless, this is going to keep, I haven't planted nothing yet, but it's going to keep the plants, the seeds, they're going to grow in there. Because you got your winders here, that draws in the heat, the light. The straw actually draws heat itself. The winders don't sit exactly all the way down, but you've got to have some airflow too. You just need some airflow. If there's too much airflow, you can always plug it up with something. But you're coming down, and then when you need to do your work, you just kind of take it and lift it up. And then you can get down there into your plants. And like I said, I told you earlier, that's just where I tilled it. That's just some fall covering that's coming over the garden like it does every year. And then you just close it back. Whenever it rains, you can take these off and let Yahuwah water your garden. Whenever it snows, if you don't want the snow to get on your crop, you keep the winder on top. But you do need to come and wipe the snow off of it so the light can get back in there. But yeah, this is what I got so far. And then I'm gonna go down the rest of this row right here. I got a lot of cleanup to do. I ain't cleaned up my fall garden yet. I still got onions over there growing. I don't know if y'all can see them or not, but they're growing. This whole row right there growing, and they can stay out in the garden all winter long. I can get them come the spring or during the winter, or right now if I wanted to, but they're not big enough right yet. Over here, I went ahead and pulled off some of the heads of the zinnias, but now I need to pull all my dead plants up, which will be zinnias, cucumbers, gourd plants, maters, peppers, all that. They've been dead for a while. I need to get up here and clean up. I had cleaned up these couple of these rows, but now you see some mess, you know, just sticking up. Thorny mess is what I call a weed. I don't call anything a weed, but a thorny mess of them. I'm going to get the pitchfork and get that out of here. But I'm going to, because that's a lot of those thorny mess, I'm going to burn that mess, get it out of here. That way, you know, it won't get mixed in with anything else. There's my stinging nettle patch. It started off as a teeny tiny little patch. Teeny tiny. 2 years ago. And now it's it's taking over the garden. It will take over. And I can still harvest some of that. But I'm going to have to kind of seclude it some. Or else I'm going to have nothing but a garden of stinging nettle. But yeah, I just wanted to show y'all that right quick. It's my garden project I got going on. Whenever I get through with this, I'm not going to put this straw in my garden. Because y'all look. And this is cool. This is a beautiful thing. This straw has been sitting out in my garden. Golly bum. Probably over a month, I know. I kind of had some of them stacked on top of each other, which I shouldn't have. I just didn't get to it quick enough. And there's mold kind of growing on the sides of some of them and on the top. So I just flipped the moldy part up and over on the outside where it won't be against the crop, because all that's clean in there. And that way the light, you know, the heat can dry it off, get rid of it. But this is what I'm telling you. This straw already has grass growing out of it. I don't need that beautiful grass. I don't need that in my garden, right? I have a time and a half keeping grass out of my garden. And I love grass. It's a beautiful thing. We have to have it. What I'll end up doing with these straw bales, I'll probably, depending on how well they keep up, that's the big thing. Depending on how well they keep up, I can actually use them and just make a row, just a whole row of nothing but straw bales, you know, and plant. I've seen people plant taters in them, grow taters in them, you know, plant something in them, give them back its use, just not spread it all over my garden, you know, as a cover, because then I'll have even more grass I have to contend with. But keeping them, I could actually, you know, leave them right there and grow that. But in the long run, I'll probably just stretch this whole thing of straw out and get into them and plant something in the middle of them. You know, it's all things you can do with gardening. But yeah, I'm going to get some more winders out of the old farmhouse through there. Then if I don't have enough winders, I've got some thick plastic. I'm fixing to make some makeshift winders out of some pallet boards. I'm just going to make a rectangle and then take the plastic, drape it over it, you know, nail them together and then drape the plastic over it, staple the plastic on, make the rest of winders I need to go over the gap that I won't have when I get more straw bales. That was something I was going to start on today, but I've been in my barn working, getting the back wall done with cedar boards, measuring. Then I got to cut out, the hole for the thimble to fit through. Then put the pipe through that, and I'll have it situated, pretty much ready to go after I put the metal on the back of it. I got to cut the hole out of the back of the metal too at the same place another day. This is pretty cool too. This is my strawberry planter. And there's still strawberries. Looking nice and pretty and green. But look, mullein. Y'all, if you don't know nothing about mullein, you need to learn. This herb right here, it's not a cabbage, right? It's a mullein. It will help you breathe. It will get gunk out of your lungs, out of your chest. It is amazing herb. Amazing. I always gather it. Usually I tincture it up. That's how I give it to folks, is in a tincture. Alright. Garden needs work. I got to go put the chickens up. They're over there. And you can hear them. But anyway, yeah, I got to get them up for the night. And fed the cats, the horses, cows. We put out hay earlier this morning. There's a little kitty cat over there playing on top of the hay. Cows are situated, horses are situated, cats are situated. Fed the dog already earlier yesterday. Still got food in his bowl. Chickens, just need to put them up for the night. All right, here's y'all an idea to do. If you know, you want to grow some fall vegetables, this will help you get a grow on them. A greenhouse, I'm gonna be working on that pretty soon too. We're gonna get everything knocked out this fall and winter, Yahuwah willing. Alrighty. Y'all have a Baruch night in Yahuwah. Ain't that pretty? Alright. Shalom from Hill'Top Hollar, y'all. HALAL'YAHUAH.